Shelf life. The book that was never written because I was too busy mowing the lawn. The book I went to sleep with and woke up reading. The book I read by torch under the bedclothes. The book that I had to keep in a box under the bed because it gave me bad dreams. The book with illustrations I still see in my mind's eye. The book I have had for 50 years and still haven't read. The book it took me 56 years to get round to reading. So achingly beautiful, I'm glad I did. The book I read about once every 10 years. The book I thought I hadn't read. The book I read and reread so many times it fell apart. The book with cover frayed, flaps mended, pages held together with sellotape. The book my mum gave me for my 13th birthday, which has her handwriting on the fly sheet. The book that brought my dad rushing back to me 6 months after he shuffled off. The book that belonged to my dad and his dad that I can't read. The book that taught me big words when I couldn't even speak English. The book that showed me being dyslexic doesn't mean you can't lose yourself pleasantly in words. The book with words so beautiful I wanted to eat them. The book that no one else has read, but that I think about all the time. Even when I couldn't speak, I could read that book. The book that gave me permission. The book I hid from my parents because I didn't want them to see what I was reading. The book that made me understand how cruel people could be to each other. The book my father burnt, though I had already read it. The book that nearly set fire to our timber-framed house. The naughty book we read in the playground when someone brought it to school in 1962. The book that prompted carnal thoughts that I put to the test. The book I had read and heard about. The book that all the teenage girls just had to read. The book that propped the door open so I could listen and hear. The book I thought I had lost and spotted on a friend's bookshelf. The book I have bought 5 copies of and still have no copy of. The book I bought for my kids, but I ended up reading myself. The book that I love to read out loud, adding the different voices, especially the witches. The book covered in crayon. My mum, still angry. The book I had for Christmas when I was 3, on which my life is based. The book that ruined the family holiday because I couldn't stop reading it. The unputdownable book I took on a hike and walked like the clappers so I could read it while the others caught up. The book my flatmate nailed to the wall. The book I got to the penultimate page of, then accidentally left in the laundrette. The book I lent to prospective partners to see if they pass the getting it test. At last, one did. The book I stayed up all night to read in one sitting. The book, when it came to the last page, I wanted it to go on forever. The book that had me surprised that I was still in this world when I looked up. The book from the top or bottom of the pile. The book that hides between others, somewhere, lost. The book at your fingertips, waiting to be found and held.